What do you want?
The views and opinions expressed in the following podcast do not necessarily reflect those of the DVM Production Empire. That's how you know it's good.
You're listening to the DVM Production Empire.
DVMPE.
Now celebrating 10 years on the air, online, and in your ears.
My God, has it been that long?
Join the millions of subscribers and be a part of the Empire today at www.dvmpe.com.
Home care, home gardening, and home flipping. All magic brought to you by the wonderful people at HGTV. Now, those same magicians are bringing you this spring 1 hour dramas. Like
Brad and Stacy are running a flower shop. The problem is, they're getting a divorce. Stacy's already moving on, but Brad wants to try just one more time to win her back.
Oh, come on, Stacy. You know you've always been the only woman I'll ever love.
Brad, go away. I'm staying at my mother's.
But what about last night? Did it mean nothing?
Brad, last night was a mistake.
Oh, come on. You know that you're the only pot I want to grow my seed in.
Brad, it's too little, too late.
Growing in our hearts this spring.
You've heard the story of the Hatfields and McCoys, two feuding families. But have you heard of their neighbors, the Schmatfields and the McCoys?
Hey, Smithfield.
No McCoy's gonna yell at me. What you want?
You stole my tractor.
I've been in a coma for 7 years. How could I have stolen your tractor?
Someone's been hoeing my back nine.
Well, why don't you talk to that alleged stepfather of yours?
You mean my twin brother?
As the soil turns, sowing the seeds of hate this spring on HGTV.
After Back to the Future, Marty McFly died in a car accident, then came back to life, became a realtor, and now can talk to ghosts.
All right, so here we go. We have a nice two-story farmhouse. And as far as I'm concerned, it's always been a farmhouse.
Ooh.
What? What, Ghost of Doc?
Ooh.
Are you telling me that you made a farmhouse out of a Victorian?
Well, this house sounds great. What's the financing like on this?
Oh, it's heavy, man.
Starring Michael J. Fox as Marty McFly in House Ghost Hunters, moving in this spring on HGTV.
What's going on, Empire? This is Stupid Talking Stupid on the DVM Production Empire. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Bear, and we read the stupid, so you don't have to. Oh my god. So here, we're just going to pretend that we recorded this in November.
Okay.
This is the end of November. Ooh, man, are you excited for Christmas?
Yes.
Oh, it's going to be so great.
I hope I get a smartwatch.
I hope I get a brother. He got lost in the cold. Turns out he just went to work and I found him. But you know, it's all good.
Sorry, we've been away.
We've been away. Real quick, we had a little bit of the holiday action going on. We had a little bit of you had a couple weeks of a sketch show that you wrote and directed.
I wasn't supposed to,
but you
write
did
the whole thing, but it did.
So that took a few weeks. And we had some more holiday action, and well, God, I wanted to record it a couple weeks or last week? No, a couple weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
But then the
Bears lost.
The Bears lost, and I got really angry. I'm like, I can't be funny right now. There's nothing more stupid than the way this game ended.
Right.
But we're recording now, totally in November, so we're going to be talking about November stories. This show has been ready to go.
Right.
So we're just going to do it now, and we're going to act like everything's fine. So if I say coming up or this Christmas, just know that means we've had this show has been ready to go. Now you may have heard from the intro. It's not just Patrick and I this episode. We have a special guest this episode. Special guest. What your name is?
Yo, what's up? My name's Preston O'Phil.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, right? First and last.
Did you ask him what his name was because you forgot his last name?
Well, I didn't know if it was Ophi.
I
like-
get O'Phil and awful. I get awful and O'Fiffle.
Oh, no, that's just
Awful.
criticism.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Hey,
I think-
it's Preston Awful over here. It's like, Preston Awful. It's O'Phil. Oh, Preston Insufferable.
No, it's not. It's awful.
I always thought it was weird when people would boo after they mispronounce it. I guess they were just saying awful, boo, get off stage. I thought they were just mispronouncing my name.
No, sorry.
It's my name, though. It's
That's
Irish.
all right.
They could also be mispronouncing your name, and then they just boo you for correcting them.
They're like, get
Like,
out of here.
boo. No, it's O'Phil. Boo more, boo.
We didn't care in the first place. Two F's, two L's.
Anyway.
Anyway, that's my name. Thanks for having me on, guys. It's cool.
Well, thanks for being stuck here and having to wait for a train so you could be on here.
Yay.
Yeah. Thanks for
These
putting your
are
podcast out on
things
time.
that happen.
I can't believe you're here in November, just like we
Hey,
planned.
I'm so excited for Christmas. I wonder what I'm going to get. Hopefully a laptop.
Oh, my God. That'd be great.
Wouldn't it, though? I just need someone to be nice enough to give me a laptop. Boys.
Oh, that's not going to happen.
No.
All right. I
Yeah.
didn't know if it was one of those shows.
Boo,
or not.
boo, boo,
Boo,
boo.
awful.
Boo.
Awful.
2 F's, 2 L's. You suck.
Speaking of awful, yes, we're going to start off our stupid over in the Netherlands because the Dutch motivational speaker, you know the Dutch motivational speaker,
Yeah.
Emil Ratelband,
Oh, he's
Yeah.
my favorite.
he's trying to go to court because there's a lot of progressive things going on in the world that people are trying to, that people like to change their names, people are changing their sexes legally, but now Emil wants to change something else about him that just feels like he's being held back. Because right now, he's a 69-year-old man. What do you think a 69-year-old man is being held back by? The fact that he's 69.
Woo!
Yeah,
Sorry.
like he's like, it's the sex number, but he doesn't want the sex number yet. He wants to go to court to legally change his age to 49.
What?
Yeah, that's apparently a thing.
Yeah, instead of going to court to get your name changed, to get your sex changed, or anything like that legally, he wants to say, listen, I identify as a 49-year-old man, and I want the courts to recognize this.
This is real?
This is
Yeah.
a real. Everything that we talk
Everything
about is going to be
100%
real.
real.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this.
It's called Stupid's Talking Stupid, not Stupid's Talking. Wouldn't this be funny?
Wouldn't that be crazy? No, this is just an idiot guy who's saying he's younger than he really is.
Yeah.
Cool.
I see problems.
Oh. What problems could you foresee with someone legally changing their age?
Right off the bat, I personally am 39. However, sometimes I feel like a 17-year-old. That does not mean that I get to go legally change my age to 17, then have sex with minors.
Are you saying that currently, as a 39-year-old, you're thinking of having sex with minor?
No, I'm just saying that
You
somebody
went
is.
there.
Really
You
phrase
went
that.
there right away.
Somebody is.
I was gonna say
somebody
like,
will try,
oh, I can go
and
to
it'll be terrible.
I can go to Chuck E.
Are
Cheese
you
without
asking
my
for a
adult.
friend?
Preston wants to know if it's okay.
You named your penis Preston. That's
Yes.
awful.
That's its last name.
So Rattleband went
That's 2 L's.
to court last month, arguing that he didn't feel 69 and saying his request was consistent with other forms of personal transformation which are gaining acceptance in the Netherlands and around the world. The court rejected the argument, saying that unlike in the cases of name or gender, Dutch law assigns rights and obligations based on age, such as the right to vote and the duty to attend school. If Mr. Rattleband's request was allowed, those age requirements would become meaningless. So you think about it, you're 18 years old, like, oh, I just want to drink.
Right.
You,
I feel 21.
Your Honor, I got drunk last weekend and I didn't even feel it. I should be 21. You don't get the pressures of having to use a fake ID. It's scary.
You know when that doesn't work?
What?
When you're like dead.
Well, you
Trying to change your age after you die?
Well, I mean, you're just like, I don't like feel dead. Like, no, you are. But I'm so young. No, you changed your age.
Yeah,
That doesn't mean anything different.
You're an 87-year-old Asian man now.
Yeah, no, but I changed my age and my nationality.
Right.
I am now 21 and Swedish.
Okay, well, that paperwork didn't...
My name is Jorg.
Okay, Jorg, that paperwork has not reached the courts yet.
Okay, so that means that...
So your lawyer never filed them. You are still an 87-year-old man named Wong.
So hold on a second. So the courts dictate what happened in heaven?
Yes.
That's crazy.
We don't believe in a separation of church and state.
Oh, they got it all wrong down there.
Listen, Judge Dredd passed the law.
Oh my God! Wait, what?
Yeah,
His name is what?
Judge Dredd.
Does he know that there's a movie?
It's completely unrelated. He gets it all the time.
Okay, it must be really cool to have that name.
Yeah, it's really weird. When he whacks the gavel, he says, and
he even does the thing?
Yeah, because he had a stroke, so part of his face doesn't work, so it kind of sounds like it, too.
That's not as funny, but it's kind of funny.
I know, but he's like,
and the thing that guy did it as a character choice, and this guy could do it just because that way.
Well, he's a civil servant, and who are we to disagree with what he decides?
Oh, I don't have a problem with that. I was just saying, it's just
okay, so Wong, you are old and you're dead. So now get out of line, because there's a 14-year-old man with a beard behind you that I really want to figure out what's going on.
Okay, but real quick, I also identify as a woman, and you've been rude to me this entire time, and I can see you undressing me with my eyes.
That is fair. Carry on.
You know what? You're absolutely right.
You got a point.
Get the hell out of here.
It turns out I'm wrong this whole time. I am sorry. We're just going to go on. That's good enough for that, because as a stubborn man yourself, Preston, are you a bit of a stubborn person?
I'm super stubborn on a lot of things.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How do you feel about government bureaucracy getting in your way?
I'm so stubborn when it comes to the gov. Oh, what's going on? Why?
Getting in the way.
Well, you see, a Vermont man named Ted Pelkey, he's in an ongoing dispute with his town, and he has to let officials know exactly how he feels by putting up a large wooden sculpture of a fist with a middle finger raised on his front lawn.
Oh. Did he make it?
Yes.
No, he sent away for it. What do you...
Amazon,
thing. Let's see.
He saved...
Ooh, this is exactly what I was looking... And it's Prime!
What? I can get it in a day?
I can get it in a day. You guys are going to be so told.
Oh.
He saved up box tops. He sent away for it.
I got it.
He's been trying for 10 years now to move his truck repair and recycling business to his property, but has been unable to get a permit. He paid about $3,000 to have a roughly 7-foot-tall sculpture carved with a chainsaw.
Wait, how much did he pay?
That's
$3,000 for a 7-foot-tall sculpture carved with a chainsaw. So it's also awesome.
Oh, gosh, I don't know if that's too much or too little.
7 feet tall?
$3,000.
$3,000?
Yeah, I know, but it's 7 feet tall. If it was like 6 feet tall, like 25. Okay.
Yeah, but it's huge. I'm saying 3,000 kind of sounds like a deal to me.
Oh.
Like, I'm kind of shocked. I'd spend 3,000 on a giant middle.
Well, it's
finger.
a local artist. It's not like a national name.
True. Yeah. We'll support local art.
Yeah.
That's the good stuff.
$3,000 and the exposure. Think of the exposure he's getting right now.
I mean, this show alone is going to get so many middle fingers sold.
In November, the current month, he put it on a 16-foot tall pole with lights where it can be seen from the road. So it is now 23 feet in the air and lit up.
So they're telling him to take it down?
No, people have been stopping by during the day and even night to take pictures with it, and they haven't commented on the case or the appeal that he's going through, and they consider the middle finger to be kind of part of the whole ongoing thing.
So he's not even he hasn't even gotten a yes or a no yet. He hasn't even gotten...
No, he's... For the past 10 years,
they've been saying no.
Yeah. So
this is the straw that broke the camel's back, and now he's...
What's worse, though, is if he wanted to, so now it becomes, a thing that people come to see. We've got that fucking troll in the Arboretum,
Right.
that people go by and see. like he couldn't set up like a gift shop or anything because that would be a business on his property.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just like, now I need another middle finger.
And that's just going to grow out. Like, think about it. If there's one 7-foot statue on a 16-foot pole that's lit up, that's carved out of wood from a chainsaw, you're like, okay, that's pretty cool. But what if there's two of them, a right and a left hand? That's symmetry you can't find on a person.
Yeah, but I would want it doing something else.
Like not a middle finger.
Like maybe the shocker
No.
to offend the church folk.
Big Spock thing.
Oh, that's intellectual property. You can't do that.
Bob.
Yeah.
Bob.
Yeah.
Hey, first of all, people love your first middle finger. It's
Thank
great.
you. I modeled it after my mother.
Oh, your mom she had a middle finger?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Lost
All right.
it in the war.
They are not getting the point, so I need to move on to the next thing. Is it going to be $3,000? Like the first one, because you gave me a deal on that one. I appreciate it.
Well, it depends. You want another middle finger?
No. I don't want another middle finger. I need this one to be going, like, we're going to put it right next to it, but it's got to be mechanized.
Well, if you want some mechanization, I'm going to have to bring my daughter into it. Rebecca,
Yeah.
we need some kind of mechanized middle finger action going on for another statue.
What I'm looking for is something like, it's more of like a closed fist, but it's going to be moving like up and down in like a jerk-off sort of formation, so that it looks like I'm flicking them off with one hand and saying, you guys is just jerking me around.
All right, so my one advice I'd maybe want to throw in is I like the jerk off thing, I do, but what if we got it to jerk off and then at the top of the stroke we got the fingers to actually open up, thus throwing the ejaculant in the viewer's direction?
I kind of want to stay at the cap of $3,000. Is that going to be more?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, due to the mechanicalizations of all Rebecca's work, that's going to be at least $10,000.
But I'm a repeat customer. As long as I know I'm the only customer.
Well, that's not true. My neighbor, he bought a statue. He bought a big old wooden plank signed by a naked man.
He got me to carve a tree out of some wood for him also.
Mm-hmm. I wanted a tree made of wood.
He's a repeat customer as well.
But he's your dad. You charge him?
The neighbor is a
the
repeat.
neighbor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay, well, how about this? So it's got to be worth the $10,000 to me. I would say, can we compromise? The hand will open up, therefore spread the ejaculate. And then what we'll do is we'll, like, shred up, like, some sheets into, like, long strips. And then we'll have it explode out.
Well,
And then as it comes back down, it'll retract it. So every time it'll be like, and then it'll come back.
I tell you what,
I'll even provide the sheets.
I have in my possession the remains of a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. We can just cut him up, and every time the hand opens up to ejaculate, we can have the fan kick her on and blow it up in the air.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
And then it'll just turn
really
off
show
on the
them.
downstroke.
'Cause I'm trying to be a businessman here.
Oh, totally.
I'm trying to make some money.
I get it.
And I find myself having to spend, now I'm going to be spending $13,000 just so I can make some money. And times are tough.
No, I get it. Now, what is this business that you're working on?
Oh, it's the, I'm trying to put, like, stuff in my house and, like, work in my house. Like, you guys work in your house, right?
Yes, but we don't tell the government about that.
Oh, that was my first mistake. I told the government about it.
You just
Yeah.
got to build it yourself and then just like apologize
Mm-hmm.
later.
I wonder
And if
that
a
just-
city inspector comes around, Rebecca takes him around back, makes him feel like a real man.
I do it for my daddy.
She does it for me.
Wait a minute. I was just about to go, I'm sorry, what?
So now, you guys have both been in stage shows, correct?
Once or twice.
Once or twice. Well, do you know that a Quebec theater is fighting for its, quote, freedom of creation after getting fined $500? What do you think a theater can get fined $500 for during a performance?
Nudity.
If only it were that bad. In fact, someone smoked a fake cigarette on stage while having an argument with a woman in a giant penis suit.
So this was Shakespeare.
Exactly.
Awesome.
It was it's a performance of Conversations avec mon penis at the premiere
Conversations of the penis.
with my penis. Premier Act
my penis.
Theater in Quebec City. 2 health inspectors showed up and issued the fine after actor Marc-Andre Thibault lit up the fake cigarette on the stage. Now, the theater's artistic director, Marc Godot, says that he was going to contest the fine because you can't violate provincial anti-tobacco rules when there's no actual tobacco involved because it's just a sage cigarette.
Right.
Right.
Now, have either you done a sage cigarette on stage?
Yeah, I've never had like one you can smoke, but there are ones where like it's almost like an e-cigarette where you can inhale and it will light up on the end like a cigarette, and then you'll get that smoke, but it's like a vapor, and you can blow that out. There's also
I'd imagine that's a great thing for theaters nowadays. They can have e-cigs.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so good.
There's
there's
an actor that's like super addicted to tobacco. He's like, listen, I just make it my character choice.
For my craft,
I
a
think
jewel
it
for
was-
my craft.
And I get it because you're not supposed to smoke indoors, and I understand that. But the one that got me was, I think it was Keith Richards was issued a ticket for smoking on stage at Madison Square Garden. Like,
Really?
what fucking dipshit cop was like, watch this?
Well, it's probably the same kind of person that pulls over Tommy Chong's tour bus and says, "Oh, he's got weed."
Yeah, right.
What? Tommy Chong had weed on him?
Yeah.
Oh my
That was
god!
when
Well,
they
that's what he
came
went
to
to jail
when
for,
they
right?
came to his house. They said, you know,
He was
are
selling
you Tommy
cocaine.
Chong?
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, man. And he goes, do you have any weed on the premises? And he goes, yeah, I'm Tommy Chong.
How did you not do the Tommy
No,
Chong
for them
voice?
it was he was selling.
yeah, man.
He was selling
man.
bongs.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
but
man.
they were selling bongs in another state, and like a state that didn't allow to sell bongs.
This is tobacco paraphernalia.
Yeah, it's for all those cigarettes you load up in your bong, man.
And you go to buy a grinder. Yeah, this is where you put this tobacco, and the pollen gets collected in the bottom. Oh, you mean the keef? Yeah, the pollen.
Pollen, tobacco pollen.
This is for a tobacco grinder. The artistic director had a funny quote. He said, so we see people shooting heroin and all kinds of drugs, and that's okay, but faking smoking, that's not correct. I have a problem with that. The penis is okay. Killing people is okay. All kinds of things are okay, but smoking sage cigarettes is not okay. But then again, the penis isn't the one that smokes. The penis just drinks coffee.
I would hate to see the penis smoke on stage, but also, wait, it was drinking coffee?
Yeah.
Did you say it's still, coffee's addictive?
A wienertive.
Dude.
Fucking got him.
All I'm saying is that show's ballsy.
Well, I was gonna say, what
They really gave the actor the shaft
What do you
there.
think they were talking about, though? What were they talking about?
In the show?
Yeah, like the conversation.
Yeah, who lights up a cigarette when they're talking to their dick?
Hey, Peanuts.
Oh, mon ami?
I need to talk to you about your political leanings.
Oh, no. What do you want, Patrick?
You have been leaning to the right lately.
I try to politically think with my head.
Right, but you're also... I kind of sit like near my right. I'm just worried about sitting on your head and crushing you.
Oh, I appreciate you and your concern, but why must you wake me? Why must you wake me up while you smoke the cigarette? Please, Patrick, not in my hole.
Not in my own.
You guys ever do that?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
Speaking of dickheads, remember this.
Smoky dick.
This is in November, so the story's current. Do you hear that PETA wants to change anti-animal sayings?
Yeah, that was dumb. Is dumb.
That's
dumb.
that
That's happening
new
right
that
now.
new thing is too
That
dumb.
thing is super dumb.
Animal sayings? Wait, I didn't hear it. Catch me up on that. Just
Okay, so they're talking about how they want people to stop using anti-animal language, and they're going to replace it with something very similar in a way that quote unquote makes sense. So they have a problem with things like kill two birds with one stone.
The birds did nothing.
It's a saying.
Yeah, well, they don't want to beat a dead horse and stuff like that.
He's fine. He's dead. Leave him alone.
So here's what we're gonna do.
He did nothing.
That horse was a good horse.
So here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to tell you the harmful saying, and then I want you to PETA-size it and see if your version is less insane than theirs.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
I love PETA. I'm a PETA-phile.
I like you put the euro on it. It's really good.
I was never really a fan of the love triangle myself. I thought PETA really brought the other two down, but whatever.
That's fine.
So the harmful saying, kill two birds with one stone. How can you PETA-size that?
Does it still have to include birds?
It's pretty much the exact same saying, but you switch one or two words, or like you make it sound like you're saying the same thing, but in a way that's not harmful to the animals.
It's like
So kill two birds with one stone.
Feed two birds with one hand.
I was gonna say feed two birds with one corn or seed.
Yeah, I was trying to go stone.
Yeah.
You guys are eerily close. Feed two birds with one scone.
Why? Can they eat
'Cause-
scones?
Oh,
They can.
fuck.
Yeah.
Instead of a stone, you're talking about scones. You just saved two birds, motherfucker.
That was designed by somebody wearing Birkenstocks.
Do scones have eggs in them? Is that against PETA? Is there dairy? In
You
a
can
scone?
have a vegan scone,
pitas?
you
Just
Neanderthal.
saying they didn't clarify if it was a vegan
What are you,
scone
a
or not.
caveman having normal
Just
scones?
saying if PETA's going to
I
represent
just like
the
the idea.
animals.
I just like the idea of a caveman. You know what's going? Gog scone.
Oh, my tea is Earl Grey.
Gluten free.
You need blueberry scone. He's like an old Asian man now. The hot winner.
Got it.
Harmful saying, let the cat out of the bag. Now, mind you, the PETA version of it is already a saying.
Let the cat out of the house.
I'll tell you this one's real different than... It doesn't even involve an animal.
Cats are bad at secrets. That's an animal.
Cats are bad at secrets and we should hit them for it.
And then sell them in a bag.
Eat them. It's not like the saying.
Not like the saying at all.
Then easy. It's
This is an actual saying. When it comes to like telling a secret, this is a saying that people
Loose
say.
lips sink ships.
Okay, well, lips. You're making fun of lips now that you can't. And ships.
ships have feelings.
Yeah, whales are the ships of the ocean. I don't know.
Nobody says that,
Well, no one says most of these things that PETA has.
right?
What is the saying?
Spill the beans,
What?
you dumbasses.
That's actually
That's
pretty fair.
offensive to the beans because they're no longer like together and they're all over the
Mm-hmm.
place, and some of them probably got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Beans.
It's
Those are
vaguely racist.
It's kind of racist.
Harmful saying, take the bull by the horns.
Ooh, take charge. Is it already a saying, or is this a made-up
Yeah,
one?
take charge.
Oh, no, this is not one.
Okay.
Take the bull out to Applebee's.
Okay, well, you're just feeding him garbage.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are you getting
No.
a salad at Applebee's?
No.
I hope there's no meat there.
No.
Their
actually-
lettuce is made of meat.
Yeah.
Applebee's. I forgot they did that this year. They're doing that this year, 2018 November.
Yeah, new year, new meat. This lettuce is made of meat. It's a brand new meat.
Brandon, can I have a lettuce burger, please?
You guys ready for this?
Yep.
Take the flower by the thorns. How about instead of be the guinea pig? What would you say instead?
Be the test subject.
Oh my God, you're so close.
Be the test subject that.
Nope.
Be the
doesn't
patient.
get-
Nope.
Be the.
What was the first thing you said?
Be the bee.
Nope.
Be
No. Well, yeah. Be.
the
Yeah.
best you
Subject.
can
No.
be, and always pray every night. I don't know. Be the.
Well, thank you for
man.
coming, Preston. We're gonna finish this without.
Not be the test subject.
Don't say subject.
test.
Okay, and then
Tester.
Test taker.
Be the test.
Testee.
Cole.
Testes. 1, 2, 3.
think of a science thing.
Be the test tube.
There it is.
Nice. We got one.
That's so dumb. This is all dumb.
We
Yeah,
got
well, it's PETA. How about instead of hold your horses?
Hold on.
Let them free and be themselves.
Yeah. You be you, Rebecca. My name's Cinnamon. My horse is a stripper.
Come on, Pockets.
I'm sorry, did you call me cum pockets?
Oh, I said, come on, Pockets.
I'm sorry. Don't come on my brother. Pockets, let's get out of here. This guy wants to come on you.
Cinnamon, shut up. Much business. Changing your name to Rebecca.
That's my slave name. Instead of hold your horses, hold the phone. Kind of our thing. You don't hear it that much anymore, since we're allowed to swear on TV.
I think we should bring that back, though. Hold the phone. That's the one that I'd maybe say so far.
Oh,
How about instead of open a can of worms, which I don't really hear people say.
That means to like cause trouble. Like, ooh,
Yeah.
you opening up a can
To
of
create a
worms?
situation that
I
will
actually
cause more
say
problems.
opening a can of worms.
Yeah.
I opened up a can of worms.
Open a can of whoop ass. Is that what it is?
Well, then you're beating donkeys.
Ooh, true.
Leave that asshole alone. Stop whooping it.
You have a guess?
No.
Open Pandora's box.
Also a thing.
Oh, and let out all the evil in the world?
Yeah,
Thanks,
right?
PETA.
Oh
lot
no, there's some worms everywhere and it's a problem. Oh no, there's demons.
And ghosts, which are dead pieces of meat.
And, like, hatred. Like, literally, hatred. Like, was let out of that box.
And you know what hatred causes? Hamburgers. How about instead of bring home the bacon? What do you got instead of bring home the bacon? You want to make a living. Instead of bringing home the bacon,
Bring home the carrot.
I was going to say tofu.
you guys are real close.
Satine?
Bring home the bagels. So you're just mocking the
God
Jews.
damn it, Karen. I'm out there working every day.
And I brought you an everything bagel.
I bring home the bagels. I am the bagel bringer. Those bagels aren't free.
I'm trying to even the playing field. I can give you a bagel. You can give me a bagel.
I am quite literally the breadwinner.
Damn it, that one actually worked.
That actually worked. Now bacon sounds stupid.
Oh man, bring home the bagel.
Okay, now not only is this next one extra stupid, but it contradicts itself. Well, it's redundant, rather. Instead of beat a dead horse, it's funny this is redundant. Instead of beat a dead horse, what do you think they said? Huh?
Horse the dead horse?
Quick, throw some horses on that dead horse.
I don't mean to horse the dead horse, but...
Hey, Rebecca, get on Chauncey.
That's my slave name.
That'll cost you 50
Chablis.
extra.
I like to be called Chablis.
I'm Wind Talker.
I'm still Pockets.
Okay, you can come on Pockets. Give me an extra carrot though.
No, what is it?
Feed a fed horse.
Oh, I mean, I don't need to feed a fed horse. Yeah, because I can't take it anymore.
I'm so full. Don't make me puke.
Speaking of puking, what about when there's more than one way to skin a cat?
There's no way to skin a cat.
That's wrong. There's more than one way.
Boil a cat alive.
Your boil is kind of
There's
in
more
this
than
realm.
one way to pet a cat.
If you know what I'm talking about. No. There's more than one way to peel a potato.
Oh,
It's really not.
It really isn't.
It's a potato peeler.
how many ways?
And then finally, instead of put all your eggs in one basket.
What's wrong with that?
God, eggs, dude.
Yeah.
Those come from animals.
Wow, are you going to put all your abortions in one basket?
Wow.
Is that what they want to
Chicken
say?
abortion?
It's technically a bedpan, but you could put them in a basket too. Like a bloody blood pan.
I could go for a bloody
Bloody
bedpan right
bedpan.
now. It's like a Bloody Mary, but there's a sandwich on top.
Oh, dude, is that a bloody bedpan?
Yeah, it comes with a Cubano on it.
Oh,
Can I have a bite of your bloody bedpan?
get your own bloody bedpan.
They're like $50.
This is mine.
You know, I can only come here once a month.
And that's me too. I want to share.
Instead of putting all your eggs in one basket.
Oh, can you get a towel over there and wipe up that bloody bedpan?
Oh my God! Is this your first time? Did your mom not tell you what to expect?
I'm like nervous.
Here, get those. No, don't put the towel down. Get the napkins. They're sanitary.
Just
Just
twist.
lost all of our women viewers.
There it is.
We had women viewers.
Listeners.
We
There it
lost
is.
all of our.
Emily. She's staying.
Yeah.
Emily's not going.
She's like, I kind of want a buddy bed.
That does
That
sound
sounds. That
delicious.
sounds real
So
good.
that's got a Cubano sandwich.
Wow.
Let's try
you
that.
could
I'm
dunk.
kinda hungry.
You could dunk that in the Bloody Mary. That's great. It's put all your berries in one bowl. What? I believe they call that an acai bowl. You idiots.
I like berries.
Acai
I'm not mad at that
bowl.
one.
Acai bowl.
Acai is a lot of berries.
Ooh, hot tomato. That's a joke that will not be explained.
Two F's, two L's. Awful.
That joke is awful.
It's racist as fuck.
Two F's, two L's.
You guys are really good with your German
No,
accent.
I said
Thanks.
two F's, two L's. I would say two F's, two R's.
Wouldn't be errors. Error.
This is why we don't have a show on network. Anyway, go ahead.
Story out of New Jersey. The
Oh.
Montville School Superintendent Renee Roftar had to.
Love her work.
It's great.
Love her earlier stuff.
She unfortunately, with it being the Christmas season and all,
Which is coming up.
she
so
had
excited.
she had to confirm that there was a teacher that is no longer going to work in the district after a certain incident at Cedar Hill School. See, the substitute teacher was there taking care of some first grade students.
Uh-oh. It's like taking care.
Did he-
Like you can't tell, but I'm making like a gun motion with my hand.
I'm here, and he literally just started making the motion. He wasn't doing that when he said he was doing it. I feel that there should be a level of clarity.
Yeah, he lied to you guys
Yeah.
originally. But then he did do the hand sign.
It's like
So you guys know, like back in the intro, like Preston had to do this one part 3 times, and he kept fucking it up.
I'm pretty
and I was
sure it
so
was 4.
supportive.
It was like
4 times.
Yeah, it's
It
4
was-
times.
Some would
See,
say
I was just trying to be supportive,
he was
but
trying
you
to
should definitely make fun
give
of
me
me
some
for
more
that.
street cred.
The substitute teacher told a bunch of first grade students that Santa Claus isn't real. And she's decided like, well, the ship's going down. By the way, the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, and the Elf on the Shelf, fake. Just went through and just
That's rude.
discredited every single thing that the kids believe in.
Your parents' marriage?
fake.
Uncle Danny, like Uncle Dick, because he's there for your dad.
The sub tries like high-fiving the kid.
Just crying. So he slaps him in the face.
I'm not going to see you tomorrow.
Billy, pound it. Billy, give me your fist and pound it, you son of a
I
bitch.
don't want
You need
You
to
know
learn
what?
to
Your
take-
birthday's not real either.
to. What?
Neither is the reality.
It's the same day as Jesus is. Well, guess who else isn't real?
Santa.
Jesus.
You mean to tell me the guys that share this special day were celebrating for nothing?
Yep, that's right.
What about Flag Day? Are there no flags?
There are flags.
Baby Seinfeld all of a sudden. Are there no flags?
What's the deal with Flag Day? What if there were no Flag Days? Would it just be a day?
What's the deal with made-up figures? Santa? Jesus?
Easter Bunny, why can't he just be a bunny?
There's no Yom Kippur squirrel.
Are you telling me?
No. Yeah. See the. Yeah, I don't know. We're not even deal with that anymore.
Never mind, it's fine.
It's a good one.
No, it's pretty great. The fact that she went through and decided to roast the Easter Bunny, Tooth Fairy, and Elf on the Shelf also, which is like, yeah, Santa's not real. By the way, neither is anything that you love that gets you
Right.
through the year.
Somewhere
She's-
your mom's got a drawer with your teeth in it.
She's a teacher,
Oh.
right? So she's like a paid education person.
Well, she's
I'm
a
curious-
substitute
Well,
teacher.
I'm curious if she used any of her like teaching styles to tell the kids. Like
Like
did she make a
flashcards?
PowerPoint or like, you know?
This Venn diagram, it's going to have holiday figures in the right circle, the holidays that we celebrate, and the things that are real in the middle. You'll notice the circles don't touch.
It's like, okay, kids, we have up here a multiple choice question. Blank is fake as fuck.
Your
We
hair,
have A, Santa.
your nails,
B, Santa.
My
your
parents-
eyelashes,
My parents'
C,
marriage.
your parents' marriage.
Oh, all
my
right.
fish living on a farm.
D, all of the above. Tommy.
No, I'm real.
No, but your parents' love isn't.
What are you talking about? They bought me 3 Xboxes
That's
because
right.
they forgot 2 of my birthdays.
Those were accidentally bought. They were for the 2 brothers and sisters you never knew.
I got brothers and sisters,
But you'll never know them.
but you just told me about them.
I know, they bought it out of mistake. I'm a terrible teacher.
No wonder
why
you're
I
a
suck.
substitute.
Yeah.
She also decided to dispel rumors of leprechauns having fortune-granting powers.
Wait, so she disproved everything and then said leprechauns were cool?
No. She also said, like, yeah, by the way, leprechauns don't have. You're not gonna get money if you find a real leprechaun.
Oh.
Probably one of those things where the teacher's like, Santa's not real. Okay, I don't believe you, but the Easter Bunny also not real. Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah, these
Tooth Fairy, dumb as shit, gone.
What?
Elf on the Shelf, not even a thing until like 10 years ago.
So my parents just collect my teeth?
What about clean coal?
Clean
A
coal.
myth.
UBI.
That's real. Clean coal is real, and the only way we're gonna find it is if we build the wall.
Dear Lord.
That'll solve all of our problems. All of our problems.
What are you talking about? Is that going to be something that we have to deal with in the future?
Yeah, I just
It's
have.
November. I mean, he was complaining about it, but...
I just hope the government doesn't shut down next month.
Speaking of being shut down,
Oh, segue!
Starbucks' recent decision, very recent, in fact, their recent decision to ban pornography from its free Wi-Fi by forbidding its employees from using the brand's products or using, porn. There has been a severe backlash. By severe, I mean YouPorn standing up for the little guy. I do mean your wieners. And YouPorn.
Hot to wiener.
At the Starbucks.
With Starbucks planning to block pornographic content from its free Wi-Fi next year in 2019, YouPorn is like, oh, well, that's kind of stupid. So Vice President Charlie Hughes sent a memo telling all full-time and part-time employees they would no longer allowed to be allowed to consume Starbucks products in the office.
Do you remember when Preston messed up and took like 4 takes earlier? What an idiot.
That kind of sucked. The vice president of YouPorn has banned Starbucks from entering the building.
That's hilarious.
Because now people can't go to Starbucks and be like, what's YouPorn up to? Let's see some titties. Just for the fun of it. See what happens.
Some titties and scones.
I mean, have you ever had an espresso boner? That's like the best kind.
I've had a fear boner.
Ooh, similar. You're like sweaty and shaky in that way.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, confusing of like why you're hard, but you're not mad.
24/7.
You should go to Starbucks.
Oh.
Yeah, try just, You also, if you have data on your phone, you can still watch porn in a Starbucks.
Oh.
So,
Wow, you know a lot about this.
I just thought about it.
We're here at the North Avenue Starbucks, where a lot of people come to work on things. They come to study. They come to write that movie.
Yeah,
script.
I'm trying to use their internet, but they took it from me.
Oh, I'm sorry. They took your internet.
You
from
can't
you.
use the internet here anymore because they're
I'm sorry.
communists.
Oh gosh, I didn't know. Lucky,
Sir,
this is the thing.
Sir, please don't interrupt the news reporter. We've tried evacuating you from the premises.
You can't kick me out. This is America still.
What about this man's claim that you've taken away the internet from him?
No, yes, we have taken the internet away from him because he was looking at inappropriate things.
Oh my gosh! Like
This is censorship of the worst
Were you
kind.
looking at, like,
China has freer internet than we.
anti-Starbucks material?
No, we don't allow that on our network, and there's no such thing as that. No, he was just looking at some things that were a little bit inappropriate for the Starbucks community, so we had to remove.
I was looking at Facebook. I
You were
swear.
not looking at Facebook.
There were faces all over it.
You had the projector on your phone projecting on the wall your videos you were watching. I think that's clear enough.
You just don't like technology.
No, I'm not sure. I need you to explain what kind of videos these were.
Family videos.
That came out way worse than I thought it would. Damn it.
Oh.
Sorry.
All in the
I was like, oh, this makes sense. Oh, no, it doesn't.
No, it's
Why
terrible.
does it make sense to you, Bear?
That's a winner.
Why is that weird?
Daddy winner.
I'm going to name my dog that. The wiener. Come here. But you have to say his name like that?
Or you won't. Someone told me once that they were they rescued a dog, and they said that the dog would just not stop barking. It was outside, would not stop barking. They kept telling it, like, please be quiet, shut up, like all these different commands, trying to get this dog to be quiet. And it was a rescue. And then one day, the neighbor comes out and screams at the dog in Spanish, and the thing just shuts up.
Awesome.
Because the dog is bilingual, kind of. It's like... So
I want to see that dog's papers.
Guys,
Right?
that dog knows more languages than me.
To be fair, he only knows a different language than you. He clearly
He's like,
doesn't know English.
Kayate!
That's true.
And the dog's like,
Well, he speaks dog, too.
right.
That's 2 languages.
I was going to say, yeah, when people always used to be like, that dog's dumb, he doesn't understand. It's like, no, he understands you, he just doesn't
Yeah,
care.
maybe he's German.
It's like, no, it's possible, but the fact remains is that dog calls when it's when it comes when it's called.
He calls when he
Calls
comes.
when it
Calls
comes.
when it
Hey, I
comes.
was just thinking
Hey.
about you.
Hey, I just wanted to...
Woof, 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 woof.
Never mind.
It's just coming out. It's coming out rough.
I just
No,
want
Pockets, move over. Pockets, move over.
but no, it comes when it's called, and it knows
Yeah.
its name, and so the fact remains is that's fine. It kind of speaks English, but you don't speak dog. You know, so who's the dumb one? Bitch. Who's the bitch? Bitch.
Who's the bitch?
That almost sounded like you're about to sing like a 70s intro. Who's the bitch? I want that to be a show.
Okay, well,
Bitch.
don't let your dreams be dreams. You know, coming up into the Christmas season here, we have a wonderful boutique shop that just popped up out of nowhere, and, well, it made everyone a fool that went to it. Of course, since this is brand new, you haven't heard of it, but...
We could talk about it in the past tense and been like, these are things that happened while we were away.
That's not true.
No, what? It's November, Patrick. What are you talking about?
I got my smartwatch. I don't care what I
You're not even wearing it.
I think
it's in the other room.
Patrick's a time traveler. He's from the future.
How
picture?
smart was that watch?
It's pretty smart. See the picture of like all the people on the boat, and the one guy looks like he's dabbing.
Oh,
It's like
what are you
it's
talking
like
about?
an old war photo of like a bunch of sailors.
Oh, you're just like,
celebrating.
you know, the picture of the guy on the boat?
No,
That's
it's like-
helpful.
A lot of boats.
It looks like an old. It's an old.
You know, the
old
woman in the
picture.
building.
It's an old picture, and this guy,
George Washington going across the river.
and you know how
Flossing.
you've seen like time travelers,
Floss across the river.
seen like time travelers, and
Yeah.
in this case, it's like
Flossing the devil.
some old war photo, and like the people on the boat are like celebrating, and one dude is dabbing and says, "Okay, now the time travelers are just getting cocky."
Yeah. Well, speaking of being cocky, a bunch of influencers were invited to a special event, a grand opening of a pop-up store called Palesi.
Plessy?
Palesi,
Okay.
like Nancy Pelosi.
I think she's got a good shot at being the house.
Yeah, but a woman in my government? I don't think so.
Government. Government took my baby.
So all these influencers were then interviewed so they could be put on the TV ad. They're saying, "Well, what do you think you'd pay for these beautiful shoes?" And one woman said, "I would pay $500 while holding a pair of $19.99 sneakers because Palesi was a sham."
Dun, dun, dun.
It turns out it was a viral marketing thing for Payless shoes.
Oh, no. Is it Payless?
Palessi, all one word. Now, the way they were able to sell this is because they took over a shop that right before this, it was a storefront for a high-end clothing store.
Right.
So that closed. They essentially rented the space out just for this one thing, built a temporary pop-up store, filled it with Payless shoes, but upcharged it like 3,000%.
Right.
And people were actually buying it. They invited 80 influencers. They had 80 influencers attend over 2 nights, and they bought in total of $3,000 worth of shoes, with one shopper spending $640 for one pair of boots, which got an 1,800% markup.
Wow.
Now, in a perfect world, I would say they would just let it go, and then these people don't realize it until the ad goes on TV. But unfortunately, Payless decided to be nice about it, and after they bought the boots and got the video of them buying the boots, they're like, "Oh, by the way, we're gonna do a little quick interview, an exit interview, real quick.
Right.
Pranked ya.
Ugh.
Here's your money back."
If they did it, it would be,
I mean, good.
Everybody, please gather. Welcome,
Yes.
welcome, all of you influencers,
So many shoes.
to the opening of Farmoose Wear for Your Feet.
Yeah.
That's right.
I've heard of Farmoose.
Yes, Farmoose.
I thought it was Farmusa, but
Farmoose
Well, it
Wear for
depends
Your
on what
Feet.
your dialect is,
I
dear.
was
That's
just
right.
thinking the original French way.
Oh,
We have
I thought they were
so
French
many
Canadian.
shoes for you. This is a new pair of this is Nikkei.
Nikkei.
Ooh,
Nikkei.
Nikkei. I've heard of them.
That's right.
Yes.
Yes.
And then there's
They're sewn by diamond needles.
Oh my! I heard they only hire people who are highly educated,
That's
very
right.
strong hands.
Harvard or nothing.
Yeah.
And this is our newest brand of AI-DIS.
Oh
That's right.
my!
Artificial intelligence shoe
That has DDoS attacks.
that has the DOS on it, so you can program computers
Yes.
and have your feet do it for you.
I see these shoes here. They have a wheel on the bottom. Are they Haley's? What are these called here?
Oh, those are wheels.
Oh, Haley's.
That's right, like the comet. Rare, but just comes around every so often.
The price.
The last time I've seen these was probably, it's been probably 17 years ago.
That's right. That's when it comes around.
on this
17 years.
very day, 17 years
In
ago.
this very
And those
spot.
shoes could be bought for $12,000.
Why, that's next to nothing.
That's
next
like
to
half
nothing.
price.
That's right. If you want some more shoelaces, you could get those for an extra $1,000, making it $13,000.
For that price, I could buy a small tie boy.
Or a wooden finger and another one that jerks things up and down and then sends out ejaculate.
I was wondering where you were going.
I
with
know,
that.
right? I was trying to get it out, but it wasn't working. The ejaculate.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody likes ejaculate.
Trying to think of other shoes and be like,
Skechers.
I was going to say
Yeah,
Skechers,
I was
but
thinking Skechers.
Sketcher.
Skechers.
These are thomes.
Tom's.
What are those? Vans.
$20.
Ooh, instead of laces, you can upgrade to Velcro.
Ooh. And for those people that are into ASMR, it makes a delightful sound.
Ooh.
That's nice. That's crisp.
I just had an eargasm. What a wonderful thing. The FDA before Christmas, back in the day before Christmas,
Today,
the FDA
this has been the last show. Institute for Time.
health officials had to warn people to think twice before using glitter to add a sparkly touch to their holiday baking. Because the FDA had issued some guidelines to help people determine exactly which types of glitter are edible and which are better for projects. Because it's technically a food product, edible glitter is legally required to include a list of ingredients. They list a bunch of ingredients, but who gives a shit? And edible glitter should be clearly labeled as such, but because people are stupid, they have to warn you and say, make sure your arts and crafts, you're not eating those.
Yeah,
Only eat
don't do it.
your decorative food stuff.
What about the macaroni sculpture?
Well, is it cooked?
It's
Is it cooked? Is it mac and cheese you formed into a statue?
no.
Is it dry macaroni?
Yes.
How is it staying in a statue?
It's glue.
Is it edible glue?
No.
Then don't eat it.
What if I already did?
Okay.
Have you guys ever had edible glitter?
Yeah.
No.
It's actually kind of good.
I
Not
don't
that it's
like
like,
it.
oh, it added so much. I had it in vodka.
Yeah, it
and
doesn't
was
really
really
add
good.
much to anything. I mean, you're just like
The closest
just makes
thing I'd
Christmas
have to it
cookies look
was probably
fun.
like Yeah, I put them on some sugar cookies or something, but it's
It
just
goes
like
everywhere though. Too.
Decoration.
yeah.
It's just the worst.
It's
like
like-
body glitter.
It's like a strip like a stripper made you cookies, and you're like, I feel dirty.
I heard a girl say when I made a comment about body glitter, she goes, "That is a surefire way so some dude like won't touch you at the bar." She's like, "You wear body glitter, and then they won't to be like, because if they go home, one, it gets everywhere, and two, if they have a girlfriend, then they're gonna be like, what the fuck is this?"
Speaking of what the fuck is this? This is just a real quick thing. A man crashed his car because he had his head out the window driving around like he was Ace Ventura. I just thought you should know about him because it happened.
Okay.
And do you have a close encounter you
I
want?
do have a close encounter.
Real quick.
So I was recently sick, and I went to the doctors, and they were going over the things that it could possibly did, because like one of my side of my face was swollen, not a little swollen, like actually swollen. Now it's just a little swollen because it's feeling better. Thank you. But they said to me, "Oh, were you vaccinated? Did you could have the mumps?" And I said, "I don't have the mumps." And they said, "Okay, well, we would like to take some blood in case, and we could find out, and don't worry about it." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I go, "Well, I really don't like getting blood taken." And she goes, "Oh, well, you don't have to do it." I'm like, "Well, I might potentially have this like infectious disease you're talking about." And she's like, "Yeah, but I think it'll be all right." And I was like, "How is this a choice?" Like, I go, just because I'm like, this makes me queasy. They're like, "Yeah, then you'll be okay. Maybe go infect some people. Don't worry about it." I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable right now. It's like, are you kidding me?
Because you went to an immediate care, not like a hospital. You went to one of those.
I went to
like
immediate
this
care.
used to be a daycare center.
No. This is like DuPage Medical, like,
This
But-
is not a minute clinic.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is a legit thing. Yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about you went to like a minute clinic kind of
Yeah.
thing.
oh, no.
Like a CVS lady
Yeah,
was
so-
saying this.
Well, because
No,
like,
but
you know
this is
those little pop-up places where it's like this is in a strip mall. All of a sudden, there's like, oh, this is a
Avita
medical.
and-
Like, get your flu shot this week.
Yeah, this is a medical facility. I'm like, you
No,
used
this
to be a
is-
Taco Bell.
No, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not coming to.
This is
But
Taco Bell, like,
This is no. This
yesterday.
is my doctor. This is a doctor through my doctors, and they have an immediate care center. If it was something that I could wait, I would make an appointment with my doctor, and then go on Wednesday or some shit like that.
Right.
But this is just a doctor who's there, and then you go and you do the whole thing. But what got me was it was just like, why do I have a choice? Like, especially if you think they go, well, you don't live with any old people or kids, do you? And I was like, yeah.
Exclusively.
And she's like, oh, well, well, how old? I go, 65? He's probably fine. What about a 9-year-old? It's probably fine too. I'm looking for more definite.
A lot of probablys with this doctor.
Right? And I go,
Probably going to live.
okay. I go, well, let's just take the blood anyway. I go, then hopefully I just won't pass out.
Yes,
Because I always fucking pass out.
How do you feel about Santa? Yeah, probably real.
Right? So then they come in. The nurse that I had was this like big dude named Mike, kind of looked like Robert Irvine from Food Network.
Yeah.
And so they take the blood from me, and this guy's taking forever. And he's just like, yeah. He's like, best if you just don't look at it, And I'm like, sure. He's like, okay. And then he's like, all right, hold on. Okay. I was like, there's a lot of okay. He's like, this is supposed to be quick. He's like, gotta get 2 vials. Okay. And he leaves, and I'm just like, don't pass out. Don't pass out in front of the big physically fit male nurse. Don't do it. He'll be like, look at this bitch. He passed out. Don't do it. But just the sheer fact of them being like, hey, do whatever you want. However you feel. Go out there in the world. Go hold a baby.
Probably.
We don't want you feeling uncomfortable. Don't worry about it. That just seems stupid to me. Like, go on.
It's enough stupid. It makes you kind of want to blow up the world.
No.
No, okay, maybe we won't. Because there was a Christmas miracle this year. Because there was a church in Bridgeport, Connecticut, where Eric Torres is the pastor. They had been leading a toy drive from around town and collecting them in 6 storage pods outside the church. Unfortunately, thieves broke into 4 of those storage pods, stealing about 1,000 toys.
Ooh.
Right before Christmas, too.
They're thief kids at the best.
Is it 1,000 individual toys or like 1,000 like Lincoln Logs?
1,000 actual toys.
Okay.
It's 4 storage containers
More impressive.
full. Yeah, it's like, wow, you guys are huge dicks. It's not like I took one really good Lego set. He took the Death Star! God!
I'm so going to get ready to put that
There's
down.
no Santa!
The only thing I wanted in these storage units.
I thought you
Teacher told me.
I thought you wanted to get adopted. That can wait!
I wanted to build this first and then use that as my credit for adoption.
So Lucas Burnley, a 36-year-old knife maker from Cape Cod, Massachusetts, was talking to his mother-in-law. His mother-in-law told him about the church robbery. And it turns out, for the past 6 years, Burnley and his wife, Maddie, have raffled off the handcrafted knives that they make to help fund Christmas gifts for kids, including Marine Corps Toys for Tots. The first year they raised $2,500, and then finally, like the last year, it raised $52,000. But then this year, people started contacting them saying that they were saving all year for the next raffle, and the raffle got so big, it reached to $92,000.
Wow.
So after the shopping to the whole area that he did, they donated $45,000 in toys to the church. So they may have gotten 1,000 toys stolen, but this couple from hundreds of miles away donated $45,000 to replace all the toys. And then after they got all the toys and brought it there, after church services one day, a group of Latin kings showed up to the church and offered to help hand out the toys to the kids because they were there for the neighborhood because they must have heard about it and said, "This is fucked up."
Yep.
Like we do fucked up things, but come on, you're stealing from kids.
I thought that he was going to go a completely different way and go all Liam Neeson on it and be like, I'm going to get those toys back with my very special set of skills and my very special set of knives.
He makes like all these custom knives, and then 3 Jaeger members show up and just shoot him once. He's like, "Oh, I didn't plan for this."
Wow, that hurt.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of volunteers that got through an entire truck full of goodies.
Not a lot of positive news for the Latin Kings, so that's kind of cool.
No, that's
This is definitely going to help our image, guys.
Yeah.
we like to end the show on a ray of light, just to let you know, like, hey, there's a lot of stupid shit in the world, but there's also some good, so don't worry.
All right, that's going to do it for this week. Where can they find us
You
online?
can find us individually on Twitter at PatrickNewson42,
How do we know?
at Hungry as a Bear. You can follow the entire DVM production empire at the DVMPE. You can find our podcast on iHeartRadio
Maybe.
and YouTube as Stupid Talking Stupid.
Hopefully.
And yeah.
All right, that's going to do it for this week. Join us next week on Stupid Talking Stupid if we still have a show.
Well, I want to thank Preston. Oh, awful.
Oh,
Preston
yeah.
Awful.
Follow me on Instagram, Mr. Dr. Captain 1. There you go, MRDRCAPTAIN 1.
The fucking worst.
I know, right? It's so
That's
annoying.
awful. 2 F's, 2
That's-
L's. Awful.
Well, fifth.
Well, that's going to do it for this week. For Stupid Talking Stupid, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Bear.
And we'll talk to you later.